Hi everyone, it's the Liverpool channel. Talk what you want, say what you want. The comments will be read out. It should be a lively one. I've got my daughter Francine with me tonight, and there she is, a big red with a Bill Shankly coat on.
Yeah.
There you go. See, Bill Shankly. And I've got my wonderful friend all the way from Singapore. He keeps going on his holidays to Bali.
Oh, I want to go to Bali.
Frenzy.
Hi, are you okay?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I want to go to Bali.
Oh, you should. You should. It's
I
something
know, I
you've got to
should.
do at least once in a lifetime.
Of course.
Yeah, it's beautiful there. It's wonderful. I was hoping to do a show from Bali.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yes. How's the weather over there?
It's clammy, very clammy. It's it's cloudy. It was sunny today, but it's gone all clammy. The sun's gone away, and it's all clammy. It's going to be windy and rain over the weekend. It's going to be very nice.
Right. It's extremely humid and hot in Singapore.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
It's one of those places right on the throne, right on the equator, isn't it?
Right.
Really? No, geographically. Yes. So it's always, right. It's always hot.
Yes.
Have you got a fan on there?
I do. In fact, is it disturbing the reception over?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay, give me a moment. I'll adjust it.
Okay.
People can.
Frank, is it better now?
Oh, yeah. Brilliant, yeah.
As long as you can still breathe.
Yes, okay. I've just turned it away slightly, so it's fine.
And Steve Evans says Valverde, and it's Jason's fault for spelling it like that. As you know, Jason's not a he's not. I just said this Valverde, and he likes everything in, and it's. Okay, so I want to talk about this because Steve Evans has come out with a cracker here. He's come out with a cracker, and he says, not a chance with them Americans. See you tomorrow, Francine, mate.
Going to see Jamie Webster in the period.
Wow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Where's he performing tomorrow?
Do you know Jamie Webster?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, well, he's playing in the period. Yeah, he's playing in the period tomorrow. Well, he's playing tonight as well and tomorrow. There's like a festival going on. So, I mean, I'm not going with Steve Evans just in case like anyone thinks that. He's going and I'm going separately.
All Liverpool fans will be there.
Wow.
Because he'll be singing all these Liverpool songs.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's that thing there. Oh, Mick Head's on as well. I'm sorry there, James.
Yeah.
Mick Head. I don't know who Mick Head is, and I asked him once. He said, you don't know Mick Head? I said, no. Only know John Lennon, and he said. Anyway, Valverde. What do you think of him? Do you think he suits the system? And do you think we'll get him?
I'll be very honest, Frank. I've lost a lot of hope with it's come to the point where it makes no difference right now who we get. And I don't think we're going to get the players we originally thought we were going to get. I'm somewhat deflated, and I'm not sure if we are now supporting Liverpool FC or are we supporting FSG FC. So
Yeah,
is this
well,
a true reflection of Liverpool Football Club? You know, who are we actually supporting here? So I've taken the stand of creating a distance between myself and the club, because I think that by going on enthusiastically with, deciding who we should get and believing that we are going to go all out to get those players we want, then we are actually enablers. We are enabling FSG to carry on the way they have done for the past several years. And that is very disrespectful to Liverpool Football Club. They have not honored Liverpool's pedigree. They have changed the culture of football. They have taken away the joy of football. And I'm not even sure that many of us are going to renew our subscription to the English Premier League, because I'd rather support an amateur team in Liverpool than to watch a club that's not an original version of Liverpool or the culture or the city, but rather it's a reflection of FSG policies. So is this really Liverpool Football Club we are talking about?
Well, this is it. Even Steve Evans says we'll be lucky to get Bertie Buss with FSG, because Bertie Buss was a fictional manager of an ordinary team, and all of a sudden he became the England manager, and it was a comedy. It was a comedy, and it's only what you're saying. And as Steve Evans says, we'll be lucky to get Bertie Buss. So it's just one of those things that really are infuriating. Yeah, infuriating the fans.
We've got like a divide, haven't we? Where people who call themselves, we go to match, we back FSG. We don't want oil money. It's all the glory hunters, all the foreign fans, all the people that never step into Anfield. Well, what about the likes? Where am I stuck in the middle of that then? Because I haven't liked FSG for a while. We get banded all these names. You may as well just throw everyone in. Ronaldo, all of them, because that we're never going to get them. We would never have got McAllister, only that he was 35 million. We've sold 6 players and brought in 1. And you and I and anyone else that's watching, and my dad, knows that Klopp likes to finish his business really early on, and so that he can mould his team during pre-season and then for the start of the season.
Yeah, but that's what he promised, wasn't it? He was promised by Klopp. And I watched Jamie Phillips. He says, big up Jamie yourself, lads. I watched your programme before I was coming on this podcast.
Right.
And what Jamie was saying, James, he had his title was, "Of FSG, let Klopp down again!" ! And this is what he said. So, I tune into Jamie every time he's on, if I'm not on, And he has a massive following. And they're all diehard Liverpool supporters. Now, they all used to support FSG. They did. But they seen the decline in the investment over the years. And they were going on as well about, especially Jamie. He said, I'm going back a couple of seasons ago, he said, we have to invest. We have to invest. And if we don't invest, we could slide down the table. Now, he's been proved right, and I said that myself as well, James.
Right.
I said that myself, and we've been vindicated. Jamie and I have been vindicated into we are sliding down. Now, there's everybody around us who are buying, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And Jamie says, much love, Frank. You're a great guy. Thank you so much, Jamie, and so yourself. And if anyone ever wants to go on any podcast, listen to them. Get onto it simply because he's unbelievable. He has great guests on, by the way. And they all are, every one of them are diehard Liverpool supporters, just like ourselves. Thank you so much, Jamie. So anyway, let's get back to what we're saying. Well,
okay, so yeah, and then we would never have got Jamie. We'd never got McAllister if he'd have come in at 70 million. So like people on Twitter are now all these people that were vilifying the likes of what they call the people that don't come to the ground, the likes of me, people outside of Liverpool. They're now backtracking now, going, "Oh, do you think FSG are going to invest now?" You know what I mean? So now there is a turn because as my dad's just said, you're seeing the likes of Tottenham putting in bids. You see Arsenal buying 2 players, and we've for the second year running, we've had a high profits. I believe that we're the second biggest supported team in the world, and yet we can't. We've got to go for bargain buckets.
The second.
Yeah. Back in 2000 and Liverpool were the second most supported team via the internet. Now, with all the glory, United they went down, and we're the second behind Real Madrid. And I mean that's fascinating. How much money
I don't think that's accurate. I don't think Real Madrid has got as many supporters as Liverpool does in this part of the world, at least. Not in Asia, for sure.
Yeah, Asia.
Yeah. So because I know how many Liverpool supporters we have, and I understand where you and Frank are coming from. And the thing is this. FSG has submitted to the demands of the fans at the Boston Red Sox. And one of the reasons why they bought Liverpool Football Club is because we have an international fan base. And now all fans in Liverpool are being held hostage because they know if you do not support them, they've got a larger portion, the largest slice of the pie come from the international fan base. And that's not the same with the Boston Red Sox, where most of their fans are Americans, which is why they bought Liverpool Football Club. Because with the Boston Red Sox, they couldn't say, look, we are not going to listen to you. We are not going to buy players. Because if the fans boycott the game, then there's going to be a lot of problems for FSG. But with Liverpool Football Club, they are holding the fans hostage because they know, well, so what if you do not support us? We've got the largest slice of the pie, and most of the tourist fans all over the world, they don't see the politics behind all this. All they want is to wear a kit. They want to carry the flag, and then they'll come to Liverpool any time of the year and go to a match or two. So that's where the money is coming from, through broadcasting rights, satellite fees, subscription fees. That's where all the money is coming from for them. So they know they've got someone they can control right now. So I don't think that we can go on and talk about we should invest and we should buy this player, but it's going to be the same thing again at the next transfer window. But we are enabling them.
Yeah, but then for one, that's FSG really thinking low of the foreign fan, the tourist supporter. Thinking that.
No, I disagree there, because he builds all the corporate stand, the loose stand, and then this Annie Road stands. That's going to be corporate as well, mostly corporate.
Yeah, but tourist fans or glory hunters. If you're not maintaining any glory, then they'll just move on to the next. They'll move on to Newcastle. And
we've got a whale fan base. We've got a magnificent whale fan base. It's like this lad here, Alexander Delos. big up long-time Liverpool fans and supporters. Supporters mostly being in the great Shankly and Bob Paisley era. And that's the likes of me. And I suppose James as well. I'm not giving you age away there, James.
Yeah.
You knew who Bob Paisley was, surely. But
I've got Liverpool tattoos on both my arms, you know. And the thing is that I was a supporter for Liverpool for a long time, but way before the Americans came into the scene. And the thing is that I do not feel we are supporting Liverpool as it should be supported right now. This is we have got to ask ourselves whether this is still Liverpool Football Club. The identity has been affected tremendously by this group of Americans who shouldn't be in the football business at all, and that is something people have got to come to terms with and realize that they are not businessmen.
Do you follow the Red Sox by any chance? Are you on Twitter?
I think he's froze.
I think he has.
Don't.
Well, Brian Headley says they have always let him down. This is FSG and Klopp, you know, they've always let Klopp down. He isn't putting enough pressure on them. Another thing, how many times has Jürgen said about players with special skills? 4 have went already in this window. And how he's right. Let's just get a couple of comments through here, and then we can discuss them. And Charlie Woods, we are still looking at 35 to 40 million players. Half of the England team have moved to the top 4 clubs. Casido is looking at Manchester United. I want a Casido. I really want a Casido, didn't I, Francine?
Yeah.
And Alexander Delos, I think this is a good point here, what Alexander's saying. I am worried Chelsea could snatch Thuram over us because Liverpool avoid bidding wars. And that's how to get at Liverpool. It's as simple as that. Now listen, people who are out there, will you please press the like button? And if you haven't subscribed, cost nothing, please subscribe. And you'll always get mentioned. You can put a comment up, it'll always come up. So please press that like button. Thank you so much. Just to get the algorithm out there. Absolutely brilliant. Go on, friends.
I hate transfer windows.
I see your point, Francine. What you mentioned just now, that was quite a significant point you made. That, you know, I was talking about the international fan base, and you said that, well, if FSG does that, then they could move on to support other clubs. I see your point there. It's a very valid point. But then again, when it comes to the international fan base, they are quite, they have a distance between themselves and the politics behind the football club. They look at FSG as just, you know, another set of owners we have. And it's not really going to bother them. They're just going to think that, well, we believe in Klopp, and Klopp is going to do magic, and Klopp knows what he's doing, because they are just going to mime the original slogans we have created for Liverpool Football Club. That's all they're going to do. So for them to move on to another football club, yes, you will have a percentage of them. Maybe I'll put it at maybe 5 to 10% of fans, you know, if Liverpool do not perform, and they will move on to support other clubs. And that's, I'm talking about an international fan base. But most of them will still buy an air ticket. There'll be day trippers, and they are the ones who are going to fund FSG's existence with Liverpool Football Club. And I think we have been, I think we, you know, it's for too long we have been walking on eggshells with Jurgen Klopp, because he should be the one voicing this, and he's not doing that.
No, well, that's what people have said. That's what people have said, you know, especially, it's not Jürgen McGiven, by the way. His name is Brian Headley. He's using his grandkids' thing. Can you read that out, Francine?
It's still the same as when Rafa was in charge. Typical American owners Once they buy a Prem club, they go straight and buy another franchise. And who pays for that? The American project will always be first.
Yeah, because they are not businessmen.
No.
Look,
Right.
businessmen, they develop companies, they develop corporations, they develop brands, they build, they invest. They invest to bring in revenue. They want to pump in money. But these are not businessmen. They run hedge funds, they run pyramid schemes. They run a portfolio whereby the more assets you have, then more people come in to invest money. Their job is not about the performance on a pitch. Their job is to collect more assets, immovable assets. And let me make a point. There's, someone pointed out to me yesterday that FSG has said they have not taken any money out of Liverpool Football Club. Now, I beg to differ. That's not true. Because the money that we have earned quite substantially in our previous trophy wins and previous competitions. They are the ones deciding where that money goes, and it's gone to the expansion of Anfield. Now, who does the expansion of Anfield benefit? Yeah. Liverpool were winning trophies long before FSG arrived on the scene.
Of course,
so
yeah.
This expansion of Anfield benefits not the fans, it benefits FSG. So to say that FSG is not taking money out of Liverpool, I don't think that's accurate.
No.
Well, fans are getting really frustrated now, and it's only what Alexander. I'll be talking about the other lads as well, what they said. And now Alexander Delos said, "I am worried Chelsea could snatch Thuram over us because Liverpool avoid bidding wars." Now, we know this. This is why we've lost so many players in the past. And if I said to you, James, when we bought Thiago, we bought Thiago today, and I said, well, we're not going to buy another midfielder until 2023. What would your thoughts be to me? You wouldn't believe it.
I wouldn't believe it. But I'll not deceive myself by saying they are avoiding a bidding war. I'll say they can't bid. Their business model will not allow them to bid. They are in the wrong business. They cannot, even if they wanted to, they wouldn't be able to, because they've got shareholders, they've got stakeholders. One of the reasons they bought Liverpool Football Club, because compared to the other similar organizations and corporations like them who build portfolios, going into football is a shortcut to billions of dollars, because Liverpool carries an international fan base. And going into a business they are not familiar with gives them a niche, something that the other corporations are not doing. And it gets them billions very fast, because look at the number of investors that have come into their portfolio, the number of assets they have purchased since they've got Liverpool Football Club. Now, was this the same case before they bought LFC, when they had Boston Red Sox? No. It was only because of LFC that they were able to secure so much investment and many other assets. So this is a shortcut for them.
Well, the Boston Red Sox fans hate them. The Penguin fans hate them.
Yes.
If FSG in America get bands about, like they're going to invest or take over a club, a NFL or anything, the fans quake in the boots, because they know, as you say, exactly what they do. They don't invest. They believe in like getting youngsters, letting them grow and then selling them on for because it's ludicrous money in baseball, isn't it? Something like $400 million players go for, and $200 million, and that's what it's about.
Even basketball, they go for such ridiculous money.
So,
can I just read this thing out? It's only what you're saying as well, along the lines of you and James. There is still talk, says Charlie Wood, playing Premier League games in the USA. Now, you think about it. The Glazers, they've stuck to the guns at Man United. these are sticking to the guns at Liverpool. You've got that Samboli and the other fella for Chelsea, you know, bought Chelsea. And there's more and more Americans sneaking into the football leagues. Every league, there are more and more Americans. And now you've got the Saudis who are also making up their leagues. Because there's Bobby going to one of them. So you've got these now. And this is where, like, the Premiership could become an half and half.
That's
like
right.
What he would say is playing half of the games over there in the USA. This is what it's all about. And this is for the long term, not the short term, but the long term, so that the Premiership could end up over there in the States.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's as simple as
It's unrealistic, though, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I understand that. But, you know, remember that John Hendry wanting to put Liverpool into that European Super League?
Yeah.
That hasn't gone away.
No, of course not. They're sitting on that.
That hasn't gone away. And this is why Liverpool
But they'll do that. And we'll end up getting relegated or something because we won't invest. And you'd have United and Chelsea and Man City all buying all the best of the best. And we'll be like stuck with Salah at like 48 years of age. We'll buy back James Milner or loan him from Brighton. That's like how bad we are.
Well,
And it's not even funny. It's heartbreaking for me. I've got a friend who's like high up in, and I said, are we going to buy? And she went, you won't be disappointed this window, honest to God. And you know what? As the weeks are going on,
yeah,
I'm clinging on to like for dear life.
We need players, James. I don't know whether you're aware of this, of what I've said before on past podcasts. We need players, and I said it before the end of the season, last season, by the way. I said we need players to solidify the midfield. We can't rely on youngsters or potential. Now, if you look at Thuram and Kone, they're only potential, you know. They're only potential.
They're only 19.
Right? So we've got the likes of Battercheck. They're all the same age as Battercheck, and you can't like put the burden on Battercheck. Now, here's what else I said. I said, did anybody ever question why Klopp himself wanted to give James Milner another year's contract? You know, no one questioned it. And my answer to that was, if I was asking myself, that is, was that we're going to buy hardly anybody in midfield or centre-back or left-back or right-back or whatever, because James Milner could fill any of them roles. And that's what I said.
But it was FSG that told them that. Get rid.
Well, there's Lee Brady again. This is the frustration of Liverpool fans.
Yes, and look what they're doing with Carvalho. When he came in, Klopp was full of praise for him.
Yeah.
But he's got limited playing time, and Jurgen Klopp is now contradicting himself and allowing him to be sold.
Well, he's going to Leipzig, isn't he? Well, let's hear what Lee Brady says. Look at Arsenal paying 105 million for Rice, top player, compared to us paying 35 million for McAllister, who is just as good, if not better. That's good work by LFC, I think. If we get this midfielder from Leipzig, I can't even pronounce his name, and I can't even spell it.
Just call him Dominic.
Yeah, Dominic or the Pole, you know, from Leipzig. And Thuram, imagine that midfield full of energy with Trent in the eye, and the amazing puts to players through on goal with. Sounds scary, but amazing for us. But again, will we get Thuram? But then again, he's another potential, isn't he, really? Because I said on my last podcast, I said, it looks as though we're going to have, this is our midfield, McAllister, you know, and I'm talking about games starting. I said, you'll have McAllister, Fabinho, and Henderson. Now, McAllister will not like glue the midfield of those. He won't. We need.
He won't. Yeah.
We need another couple. We need really another couple of midfielders. The likes of that
Suppose, yeah.
Dominic.
Call him Dominic.
The Pole.
He's not a Pole, he's Hungarian.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Well, he has a Polish name.
We have hired, FSG has hired someone to be in charge of procuring players, and he's on a 3-month contract. Now, what do you think of that?
Yeah.
He's on a 3-month contract, and his job is to procure players. Why 3-month contract?
Yeah.
Because no one is going to.
Sorry, everyone leaves, don't they, when they have the same job? They all leave within a season because there's nothing to do.
Well, Soulboy France says, I don't like the way FSG seem more interested in using their money in other sports. Just bought a team in the golf league right now. Proper businessmen they are.
I accept fully 100% that football today is a business. Unfortunately, Liverpool Football Club isn't a business. It is an investment portfolio.
Investment. Yeah, it is. You can see it. You can see it from day dot. I mean, it was like the sell to buy policy came in, and but no coffers, whatever. I mean, we won the league and we bought what was his name? Van der Berg, and was it Adrian?
Yeah.
And we were champions of England, first time in 30 years, and that's all.
Of course.
Do you know what? I could start crying at any moment because it thoroughly breaks my heart. Last season was horrific, and you could see what was going on. And then we panicked not even buy. We got it on loan. That fella, Arthur, and it's like he was injured. He was injured. I mean,
but there was no money, Francine.
No, but it's that sad. It's laughable. You'd have to laugh, otherwise you'd have an emotional breakdown. This is Liverpool Football Club, and as you say, they just can't grasp that. It's all about, oh my God, look how much money we can. Look how many people are joining the international supporters. Look at that. You see it. Come on, they do tours. I don't know whether they still do, through a catalogue. I don't know. Do you know what a catalogue is? Where you can buy things and pay monthly for it. They do stadium tours. It was with Phil Thompson was like going to show you around, and they done that through a very catalogue. And that was it's just mind blowing.
Douglas James says, please, can you smash the like button? Please, thank you, Douglas. Thank you so much, my friend. And Garrett Williams, Chelsea are in for him now. Mount has gone, so Mount's gone, hasn't he? So Chelsea are in for
Dominic,
the Hungarian. Slobodan Milosevic. I don't know. I can't pronounce. What's it? Steve Evans call him? Slob.
Oh, FSG, they love.
Oh, yeah.
They're called Slobber.
Slobo. So what do you think? Chelsea are in for him now that Mount's gone? Because they're replacing Mount. They are replacing Mount. Who have we replaced? Oxlade-Chamberlain's gone. Kite has gone. I don't know where James Milner played, but you might as well say anyway. He's gone, and we've replaced what?
Why are we keeping Matip?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Another great one that they do is they bring a kid through, and it's like he's like a new player. I think they said, was it last season or the season before, Chamberlain, they'd be like new players, and then with the likes of Basicek, which was that right? With the likes of him, he'll be classed as like a new player, a new signing, because he'll be through in the mix. It's ridiculous.
I'm going to. We just got our new guest. This fella backs FSG to the hilt. He loves FSG. He thinks FSG is the ideal model for world football.
Hi, Brad.
I'll let that one just breathe for a second.
So Brian's all the way from Seattle. He's all the way from Seattle, and I've got to ask him how are you? How are you, Brian?
All right, and you? Hello, Francine.
You're not in the back of the car today.
No. I
I
found a stable home. Yes, I'm back in my office. Yeah. Anyway.
Great. We were just saying there about FSG and the lack of improving the size. Okay, we've got McAllister, and we were going on about this new lad, Dominic, the Hungarian from Leipzig. Yeah, and what he's he just comes out, says it, doesn't he? Of what people are saying, like what Charlie Wood says. No, not Charlie. I don't know who. Oh yeah, Gareth Williams. Gareth Williams says Chelsea are in for him now that Mount has gone, and that's what he says. What's your take on it? This Hungarian lad. Do you think we'll get him, or do you think there'll be a bidding war and that'll be the end of us?
I think it's the end of us already. This whole charade about who we're in for, who we're not in for. Again, a ownership or leadership, if they backed out of Bellingham, they'd immediately counter with, "We're out of the Bellingham sweepstakes, but we have these. We're doing this." And so far, it's been just talk. Oh, we're close to Thuram. Oh, we're still close to Thuram. Still close to Thuram. Hasn't gone anywhere. We're still close to Thuram. And then Kone's been banning about. Then this guy all of a sudden, which kind of leads me to believe that Nice is offering some resistance. And then we have the flying monkeys in social media, propagating the talking points. Well, would you be happy with McAllister and this person? Insert name here.
Spot on.
Oh yeah, I mean it's so either there's there's no idea what's happening. Even with the organization, they're just throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. And again, flying monkeys are looking for to find the least the minimal effort without that'll not outraise the supporters and the fans. And that's what it is.
And it's very disrespectful how the media and FSG goes on thinking that the fans are that naive, that we would actually buy those stories. Well, they are fanning the flames of speculation. They love fanning the flames of speculation because it makes it look like, well, we can afford these players, we can build a team, but it's a matter of choice that we are not going to. Well, what have you done then?
Oh, exactly. The sad part is, well, I mean, all the optics and the media blast of the messaging. We're busy. Look who we're chasing. Well,
right.
As George Clinton says, a dog that chases its tail will be busy. I mean, so I mean, you can ways to look busy, and there's ways to actually be productive, and we're not seeing the latter. So,
right.
Yeah.
Well, I think now the loyal fans, the loyal FSG fans, the ones who were good at mudslinging and stuff, are now starting to. I think it's this window is going to be, you know, the rod that broke the camel's back. To be honest, I can hear it, I can see it. Everyone's like, no, if we don't get anyone this window, then, you know, I mean, were they that naive that it takes like 6 seasons to like see through what FSG are, to see what he is, you know, and they've grasped onto like European Cup, because this is another thing they'll do, you know, LFC TV or whatever will bring out a thing with Bobby, and there he is sitting with every cup he won. But it was years ago. It was years ago, and there was no investment. You know, Bobby never got replaced, or, you know, someone came in as like, you know, his second man, or, you know, there was no competition for places. You just had the same players going round in a circle. And if it wasn't for Salah, who doesn't get injured that often, you know, where would we be? And even when people say about Salah, oh, he's rubbish, that's it, sell him, paying 400 and £1,000 a week and all this, it's like, but he assisted 20 goals, I think he scored 20 odd goals as well. You can't, he's even on a bad season, he's great. You know, we have no one to rely on. Nunes wasn't the answer, was he, last season?
No. Well, he was supposed.
Oh, he's going to be a monster next season. That's what the media says.
Be a new player as well. That's what they do. They just chain. Oh, he's a new player. He's a new player.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I think it's I don't know about how it is over there, but there's a level of just willful ignorance is just mind-boggling. You know, or
that's right.
Or so willing to fall on the sword as long as they appear as being a good fan. Air quote, a good fan, a good supporter, and not saying anything negative. It just amazes me. Well, the other day, who was I just chatting with? This person was talking about, you know, how, again, using unfortunate it is that what happened last year. It's like, no, it's not unfortunate. And is asking, well, why are we wasting money on wasting time on looking at another forward and we should be focused on midfield and this, and well, just 2 more midfielders, because look, Curtis Jones is coming on, and Trent is coming on. Like, well, Curtis is 23, isn't he? 22, 23, playing in under 21. Okay, well, 23. That's kind of expected. 23 playing under 21s. Okay, that's kind of expected. He should be at that level. Should be dominating that. Again, I'm not disparaging Curtis Jones. And they're talking about, okay, well, Trent, yeah, well, you're the same guy who 3 months ago couldn't sell him fast enough. Remember, we had that show, Frank, we're talking about, okay, you find 26 assists and you find set pieces and good. Yeah, then bin him. These guys, there's no, it seems like there's a lack of, I won't say critical thinking, there's a lack of just thought. They're just droning on talking points. Yes, I love FSG. They're good for us. They saved us. Look at the stadium. Look at this.
And they're the reason.
It's circular logic.
But they're the reason why FSG, like, there's been nothing. I mean, I just can't believe. Do you know what? Right, yeah. I was working at Anfield when Hicks and Gillette were there, and you know, no one likes Hicks and Gillette, but you know what? Give them the due. The Suns were always there. Weekend took all the booze, took all the fans protesting, all this. They took all that, and when they said, right, we've got no money, we need to sell. I was like, oh my God, is right. We'll get someone in, you know, because before that it was the DIC and all that, before Hicks and Gillette and everything, and then you seen Mansour, wasn't it? He come to the Anfield.
Well, it is DIC.
Oh, well, whatever.
No, you're right, because people were doing cartwheels and backward flips when DIC came in, you know, to buy them. And all of a sudden, this big moral thing came about. But I just want to say something here, and it's what Brian Headley says. And he's spot on here, because lots of people are, you know, they're bemoaning. This is Liverpool, by the way. This is Liverpool, the city, and Liverpool supporters, even supporters globally. My friend got a new home shirt today at £145. And I was fuming with him. I haven't missed a home shirt from when I started supporting the club, but I just can't stomach it anymore. And there's your business. There's your business.
Well, they nearly lost the night. Because Nike says you've got to get into the Champions League. It was like the underlying thing, wasn't it? We'll sponsor you for the Champions League. And, you know, I'm the same. What's his name? Brian.
Yeah.
Not you, Brian, but the other Brian. My heart can't take it anymore. I can't even speak the name because
yeah, I know.
I blame Christian Perslow. I blame Christian Perslow. He worked for Standard into Liverpool, proclaimed to be a Liverpool fan. His dad was always at the match.
I'm Broughton, the Chelsea supporter.
When Hicks and Gillette were going, I was like that. Or Americans, no offense to you, Brian.
Oh, no, take
and I was like, please. And I was thinking, all these other people were getting bounced about. And then, you know, once I heard of FSG, which I did, I hadn't heard of them before. But I read then, and I read about the Boston Red Sox and how these won the league, like miraculous, down and down and down. And I was just like, no, they're not. And I blame Perslow for that. Christian Perslow, on your head, be it what's happening to Liverpool.
Well, do you want to leave?
What about Martin Broughton?
Go on. I'm trying to see it. Can you read it?
Yeah. Gareth Williams says you have 3 levels of football owners. 1, City have. 2, West Ham have, and then 3, us, who basically operate like Southampton, Bournemouth. I am absolutely sick of these parasites with PR, TikTok, Henry. I don't even think we operate like Southampton, to be honest. I think I think the level of prices, yeah. But if Southampton needed players, I think they'd go out and buy them, but at their limit. We don't even go out and buy players at Southampton's limit. We're buying 1 player a season or 2, and then just hoodwinking the fans by going, you know, Curtis Jones had a new lease of life, Batic a new lease of life, Nunes will become a great this season. He'll find us, you know, it's how stupid are our fans? How stupid are we? And how stupid are we to think that they think that we're that stupid?
We don't buy stars, we create them.
Which is why we shouldn't be speculating about which players we are getting. We should be the real question we should be deciding is how do we evict these owners? That's the real question. How do we do it? And there's only one way I can see that we can do it, and that is a boycott. Honestly, that's the only way.
Yeah.
A boycott.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing now. Yeah. I won't buy it. No tickets, no shirts, no nothing. I wouldn't. Don't buy a thing.
Yep.
Yeah. And it is out on, what was it, 13 minutes, 27 minutes or something. Remember they walked over the sea place. That's not going to work.
Because you're already in the ground and paying for the ticket.
Anyway, Showboy Francis, they should sign that Hungarian lads. It's pronounced So Boss lad. That's Liverpool humour. You're So Boss lad. That's brilliant. Well said there. Well said. Absolutely.
Well, you saw the injury record, didn't you?
And, hey?
You saw the injuries that he had, didn't you? During the Euros, he missed 195 days because of what was it? Ankle or whatever, or stomach injuries or whatever it is. I'm no doctor, but yeah.
But that suits the Liverpool remit, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. He fits in perfectly. We lose Keita and lose Oxlade. Yeah, I know. Yeah, power hates a vacuum. Yeah, we need We need more. We need someone in the physio table. Someone must man the physio table. That's it. Yeah. So yeah.
Someone's phone was ringing.
Yeah, it was me dad. It was me son.
Was that John Henry? Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
No,
right,
it wasn't
yeah.
John Henry. Yeah.
Yeah. Will you be happy with these two? Yeah. Instead of
I think he's trying to
asking
find
questions.
me.
Yeah. Hey, sign. Hey, we'll take you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's these what these flying monkeys should be doing instead of asking questions about will you be happy with these two signings? Is well, again, when did top 5 become the new treble? We were just chasing that a year ago, and now we're here foaming at the mouth and congratulating ourselves over McAllister and maybe Terrell, maybe Coney. They're considering us, guys. Where we should be right now, Mason Mount should be beating down our doors.
Well,
I mean, the phone should be ringing off the hook.
Realistically, we should be going toe-to-toe.
Yeah.
United, Chelsea,
Arsenal,
any of them.
No,
I was saying that, Man City, you can't compete with Man City. There's just no way. If I was going into a player and Man City went right, I'd just go. Oh, I'd try. I'd try and sweet talk them, but if it's all about the money, Man City will get them every time.
Well, me and brother
go on.
6 players and bought 1. Right, so far. Even if we bring another 5 before the season starts and hope they're better quality than the players who have gone, we will still be a light. We missed our biggest opportunity to strengthen when we were successful.
True.
Yeah. Exactly.
You can't get any better than that, and this is what we've been saying.
Okay, so 5 players, 4 loans at the on the last day?
Yeah.
Well, if you look at last summer, and I keep harping on about this. If you look at our last summer, we brought in Nunes, we brought in Calvin Ramsey, we brought in Cavallo. Right, just those 3, right? So we bought them. There's Cavallo gone to Leipzig. Young Ramsey's gone out on loan as well. And Nunes, no matter what you think of Nunes, he was hit and miss. Right? That's our window. And we brought in Artur Melo, who was
Invisible Man.
Yeah. And to me, I go right back to the Shankly days. That was the worst summer transfer I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Ever.
Especially coming off a quad. Yeah.
Van de Beek.
Yeah, well.
Especially coming off chasing a quad.
We just won the league.
That's,
we just won the league.
We could compete with anybody. Can I just say it? Cost nothing. Just to get the algorithm out there, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. And this is a good shout, and I think we still could go for this fella. Gareth Williams, Casido from Brighton. Why can't we go for it? Just why? Well, can anybody tell me? Because I haven't a clue.
Would you want to come if you're Caicedo?
Loads of millions.
That's the right question.
And they've built up an army at Brighton as well.
Yeah.
If you had a son, would you want your son working for FSG?
It is. Oh, yeah.
That's the real question, as Brian said. Would Casido come?
Agents talk, players talk, and I mean, after that 3-year debacle with Bellingham, I'm sure they're talking amongst themselves after that one. I mean, as I said, would you want to come? And I don't know what this stuff is about Mbappe. We could place an offer for him.
Let me say this. I'm going to surprise you there.
Okay.
Right. What do you think of Luis Diaz? What do you think of him? He's brilliant, isn't he?
Doesn't score enough goals.
He's good.
No, hang on. Yeah, right. Do you know that Nat Phillips is on more money than him?
What?
Yep. Did you know that?
No.
I was told that today. Nat Phillips is on more money. Milner was on more money than Mane.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
No, he don't. And he only wanted to be on the same money.
Yeah. Nat Phillips is more okay. All right.
They're very bad paymasters, FSG. Very
Yeah.
bad paymasters.
Oh, exactly. I mean, I'm not going to blame Nat Phillips. Hey, fair play to him, but
Yep.
Really? Okay. Again, so
No.
players talk, agents talk. Who's going to want to come here if we're mid-table, despite Klopp?
Let me ask you this: if you were a real businessman, you develop businesses, you build corporations. If you get a big name who's willing to come to you, even if it's worth 100 million, if you're a real businessman, you would see that player as an opportunity. If he's worth 100 million, you would see him as an opportunity to earn much more in revenue than 100 million, maybe 5 times that amount.
Right.
So there is
Messi,
no player,
MLS.
you can
Yeah.
never say a player is too expensive. That's the reason why players are expensive. It's because they bring in revenue.
Right.
Their brand sells. So that alone shows that FSG, they are not business people.
They're not.
They do not have a business mindset. And
Yeah,
it's not because they are
he broke it up,
willfully doing it.
unfortunately. He always screen. The new one, investments in the summer, and on the subject, what happened to the Redbird money?
Yeah, but what they're saying now, Neil, is that Redbird never invested in LFC, albeit that they keep saying they do. But when they asked where the investment was, they did say Redbird SG and not LFC. But yeah, the other week on Twitter, FSG came out and said Redbird invested in LFC side of FSG, but it wasn't for the buying of players. It like contradicts itself. I think they try and do these like conundrums so that people get confused of what they're saying and go, "Oh, you know what? We'll just leave that."
The right word is
Yeah.
equivocation. They're using equivocation. If you notice, they keep using the word long term. We are looking at long term.
Yeah.
And the other word, and the other words they like using is when they say we want to raise the value of the club, and automatically fans think that this means they are going to buy players, they're going to invest in the club. What they mean when about increasing value of the club is value for themselves.
Yes.
Not for anyone else.
But what do
Value,
you think
that's
of the ground? Can I ask you this? The ground that's getting, the new stand that's getting built now.
Yeah, who does it benefit?
And there is still, lots of work to be done. And the ground should have been lifted last week, the things off the ground, but they're still on there. And they said, it will be lifted over the weekend so that, these groundsmen can come in and returf it. But it's got to be laid for 3 weeks. Anybody can play on it. So everything is dragging out. And that's what I said. I think it was last week or the week before. Whoever put in the tenders, FSG picked the cheapest.
Yeah.
I've been looking at the way he won, and it's shocking. It's shocking. There's gaps all over the place.
And an employee, there was an employee who got terminated for taking a video of that situation, didn't he?
Yeah, he got the yeah. So this is it. It's one of those particular things that everything seems to be going wrong, especially with fans looking at the transfer window, the ground being put back. I think the Bournemouth game is in jeopardy. The home game, albeit they're saying, "Oh yeah, it'll play," but you've got to bring in health and safety.
Yeah.
It would be played, but would anyone be going in the Anfield Road stand simply because of health and safety?
Well, yeah, it has to be signed off.
Everything.
Yeah. Right.
It's terrible. You want to see it? Just Google it and look at the state of it today. Look at the outside, never mind the inside. Look at the outside. Look at the gaps.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. And, a month behind it, he'd been on it for 2.5 years.
I know. Everton's ground is right by my dad's, and it's practically built. And they've run out some money.
I've been working on it. I've been the boss stealer.
It is. It's
great to see you, Brian. Says Brian Everly. Isn't that lovely? Great to see you.
Cheers,
Charlie
Brian.
Woods. Even Arthur costs money. Some fans think if you don't players on loan, they are afraid they're not on loan. The same as getting excited about getting players out of contract because we can get them on a free. We still have to pay their wages.
Well, it's bargain bin shopping. Bargain bin shoppers. That's what.
There's no ambition.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. That, and it was something you were saying, Francine, about you were saying the difference between City and us. Well, I mean, not only the money, but again, it's the organizations from the top. They decided, they've won the treble, and they're acting like we're going to defend the treble. We're going to go out there and we want to keep it. And FSG, nothing here. It's almost similar to the pattern with the Red Sox when they bought them. The Red Sox hadn't won the league, the baseball league, since 1918. And okay, sure, FSG they moved heaven and earth, and they I'll give them that. They spent, and they built the squad for the manager, and they won, and they're the toast of the town. But after that, okay, they won 2 more times after that in what span of 5 years or 6 years. But after that, nothing. They've done nothing with the club. They're just resting on their laurels. Okay, well, we've got that monkey on our back. We won the title. There, things are over. Just
they
like
were buying
us.
time.
We finally won the league in in 2019, 2020, and all of a sudden nothing. There's no effort. Remember when Klopp said we're going to attack the defense of the title?
Right.
What was the first statement? Sepp Vandenberg. Again, I'm not picking on Sepp Vandenberg, but that was your declarative signing. We're going to defend this title. So some 17-year-old who went on loan to a lower divisions club, and that's it. So they've done nothing for the club since then, except and the other PR piece. Oh, new kits are out. Look at the stadium. Stadium's coming along.
£145 as well for the shirt, for the adult shirt, Brian. £145.
And we're living in a cost of living crisis.
That's criminal.
If they knew anything about Liverpool, I mean, I don't know about America, but food banks is just on the rise. People.
No, there's food banks in America, and more homeless.
Yeah, well, and £145. I mean, obviously, they're outpricing the local fan. The stadium is not for the local fan. Season tickets are not for the local fan.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Well, like in America here, I mean, people don't believe that. Well, they're food banks, but people don't believe they're poor. They're just one break or two. They're just displaced millionaires or displaced millionaires, or just as a break or two at work, and then I'll be back where I belong. So I'm not poor. I'm not this. Yeah. I'll spend like drunk sailors, and that's why I'm spending £145 for a shirt. Really, for a replica? Okay. Yeah.
Pete Blanco, where's he later?
Pete Blanco says, evening all, I hope everyone is well. Currently sat on the beach drinking cocktails, which is nice. And for people that don't know, great reviews on your comedy career, Francine. Thank you. I do try.
You'll be good in Bali.
I'll be good in Bali if there's any English-speaking Scouse understands tourists.
Yeah, when are you going on the road?
Well, I want to go to New York in December, and I was looking for like where you can do open mic night in New York.
Yeah.
They're all over America. Open mics.
Yeah.
All over America.
They'll probably think I'm Dutch.
58 in Seattle. And 107 in Singapore.
In Singapore.
And Bali. Kenny Smith.
I'll advise everyone to make a trip to Bali.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Come to Bali and you won't want to leave. You know? Yeah, that's the best place you can be at right now.
Really? Okay. So, so the Nusa, is that Nusa Dua? Is that where we should go, or?
Oh no! Well, Nusa Dua is a place where the business people go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mainly for businessmen and things like that. If you don't enjoy adventure and
It's
you're not
Bali.
into culture, yeah, in Bali,
Yeah.
that's right. So Nusa Dua is in the south of Bali.
Okay.
You know, but that's for business people. So you've got like
Ubud.
6-star hotels there. They are very organized. But go to Ubud.
Ubud, that's right. Okay.
Yes, Ubud. You know, so if you go to Ubud, that's the central of Bali. You know, and I just went to this place called Ahmed, which is in the north of Bali. You had to get a roller coaster ride up the mountains, and then we stayed at a resort in the valley between two mountains in front of the sea.
Oh, nice.
And it was spectacular. Nothing short of that.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Frank is your sponsor, Garuda.
I'll get you.
Unofficial sponsor of the Frank Carlyle Football Show. Yeah.
Yeah, you should all organize a trip there, you know, and I'll meet you all there. So
Okay.
you know, I get good prizes. I get good prizes off. It's like our second home. So we will give you good prizes from our contacts.
I'd have to ask the other lads as well, you know, the likes of Marios Manzos, you know, the Greek author and journalist. Also George Scott, who was signed by Bill Shankly, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a book out called The Lost Shankly Boy, and it's absolutely brilliant. And Jamie Phillips here says, Frank, I will have to come on the show sometime. Jamie, I'd be made up if you did. This fella, Jamie.
Come to Bali as well.
Come over to Bali. Do you know what? I said to Francine once, this is true, this, Jimmy. And I think I've told you, Brian, before.
Mm-hmm.
I was asked to go over to Hollywood. So I said, I've got shows to do. And Joe got back to me, a lady it is. Joe got back to me the following week and went, Jimmy Kimmel said you can use his studio. And I said to you, didn't I, who's Jimmy Kimmel? I didn't know who he was. I had a clue who Jimmy Kimmel was, did I?
No.
He's our James
That's
Corden.
my comedy after the night.
Don't give up your day job, Frank.
I made up with Jamie there. That's fantastic.
Oh, that'll be good. Yeah, Frank, the show live from Hollywood. Just a layover to go on Bali.
There you go, you see.
Yeah.
Frankie goes to Hollywood. And Charlie would say, now it looks like Man United are going to pay the asking price.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't even been bought yet, if you know what I mean, Man U. They haven't even been. Why can't we just buy them?
Well, the Glazers have always backed United. Yeah. I mean, I know they've dipped into the coffers, but
yes,
you know,
exactly.
Anyone wants to stop. You know, and I remember when they bought Rio Ferdinand, he was the dearest defender of 40 million, And I think his wages were ludicrous at the time as well.
Mhm.
But they've always dug deep, haven't they? Whoever they wanted, they've got. I think they've spent $1 billion now, haven't they?
Oh yeah, at least.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah,
Just trying to
believe
get
so,
some
yes.
glory.
and they're
But they're
still
trying.
getting.
Look,
They're still
we're
getting
in a
threatened.
situation.
They're still getting threatened by the manager to buy players.
Situation.
But no one's saying spend $1 billion or
We're
spend
in
$1
a
billion.
situation, the four of us, where we can. We're in a situation now that we can look back and say what could have been.
Yeah.
They've frozen.
No,
Just trying
I'm
to
here.
get
Yeah,
them.
I think so. Looks like there's a lag. Yes, a delay.
Oh,
I'm
right.
not a fan here.
I
I
says
assure
we
you.
could, and saying in the time what could have been, and I'm talking about this season and last season, what
Mhm.
could have been with proper investment.
Mhm.
Right.
I believe that we are prevented. Someone is preventing wealthy owners from buying Liverpool.
I wonder who.
Of course they are.
Call-
Of course they are.
Call me a. I
Qataris
don't care if someone. If I'm called a conspiracy theorist, but I believe that they know that if we were owned by wealthy owners, they know we are going to dominate year after year again, especially with a manager like Klopp.
Mhm.
But having said that,
Yeah.
as much as I love Klopp, I'm afraid that I have to say that Klopp is contributing as much to the problem, by not speaking up. And the excuse of being a professional or his professionalism is preventing he's got a job to do and all. But you need to respect the fact that Liverpool Football Club is about Liverpool football fans who are inside Liverpool. Even take away you and me, Brian,
Yeah.
Yeah, Liverpool Football Club is about the culture and the city, the people. Without the people of Liverpool, then there won't be LFC.
Oh, exactly.
And that's what created the culture of Liverpool Football Club, So that is not being honored right now. What's being honored right now is the traveling fan, the tourist fans, fans who are willing to buy kits and paraphernalia all over the world. That's where the money is coming in. And going on pre-season tours and charging exorbitant prices for the games. They know where the money is coming from. They are not worried if Scousers are not going to, support them. So they've got a Liverpool Football Club by the neck. I'll say that, but they can't do the same with the Boston Red Sox because they don't really have an international fan base. I've got to stress that and emphasize that again.
But but the Red Sox again, the culture of the city, though. That they are die hard. That is,
of course.
Well, yeah, I mean, just like we. Oh well, I can't say we.
Which
just
is
like
why
the
they had to
Liverpool-
get they had to contribute to the Red Sox winning more titles than Liverpool Football Club.
Yeah.
Because they know if the fans boycott in Boston, then they don't have the sponsors will leave.
Yeah.
See, you guys are too polite over there. I would say boycott.
Yeah.
I mean, they're showing you who they are.
That's right.
I mean, I mean, it's easy for me to say what 5,000 whatever miles away.
Right.
But I'd say no. I boycott. I wouldn't spend a penny in the store. I wouldn't buy tickets. I wouldn't go see preseason. I mean, McAllister is not enough of a change to justify that. I don't care what number he chooses. I mean, nice, good, okay. Switch all the numbers you want to on the players, but until you strengthen adequately, then no. See you next year. Let's try again. Let's try again in January. Then we'll see. Let's try again next summer. We'll see.
It's not going to happen, though, is it?
I know.
How
Yeah.
many times now, like a U-turn on players and a change in the way they buy players. It's not happening, is it? They kept Salah and gave him a high wage contract because obviously of what he brings from what he does all the time. And you know, we're not stupid. If I was living in Boston, I'd be telling him, I'd be digging him up from his coffin, because obviously he sleeps in a coffin at night, and asking him, you know, do you think us fans are that stupid? Do you feel that you're that intense?
Totally with you, Francine. Oh, you froze.
Made up. Oh, look who we're linked to it. Look who we're linked to it. And how many midfielders have we been? What, 3 or 4 years since Thiago arrived?
Yeah.
Think about.
Yeah, goose eggs.
You know, Henderson's been great the last few years, but he was terrible. His leg.
Well, yeah, it's wear and tear.
It's
wear and tear.
I always remember him getting rid of Vincent Kompany. And he's just got a you know, he does it, but Jürgen Klopp doesn't. Whether that,
I think it is. I think it's a like for like player. There's no way. He's got to keep them.
Yeah, but the likes of Henderson, you can get money on them. You can actually sell them. The rest you can't. Not Phillips, because as Soulboy France says, that's why they can't get rid of Phillips when they find out how much he's on. And if he's on more than Diaz, that's selling you something.
Yeah. And as Charlie Wood says, Mbappe's shirt will pay his wages, and that's true, isn't it? I mean, Salah makes up for his shirt sales.
That's right.
But you know what? If Mbappe came, and him and Salah, then they'd bring a lot of fans, a lot of revenue, and with that comes expectations. They couldn't sit around and say, okay, let's go the 11th hour, let's go get Arthur Melo. Oh, there's our midfield support. No, fans will be up in arms about that. So what the hell's going on? What is this?
I've been told that FSG is still looking for this 5% investment. They're still scouring. I don't know whether it's close to a deal, but even if they did get this 5% investment, would it come to us?
No, definitely not. Yeah.
They must be pariahs in the business world. They've got to be.
No, nobody is going to be silly enough. Nobody is going to be silly enough to go into partnership with FSG and tell them, I'm going to put millions into the club, and I'm going to let you make the decisions about where the money goes. Anyone interested, anyone putting the money in right now is not interested in football. They are interested in FSG's portfolio. Exactly. Anyone interested in football, they will not be investing in a club right now because they know the money is going to go to FSG.
Yeah.
If you remember, they were trying to increase the ticket prices, I think a couple of seasons back, and there was a walkout by the fans in the 77th minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that hit them right between the eyes because immediately they saw the effect it could have on sponsorship. And I'll guarantee you this, Nike will not increase their stake or their sponsorship in Liverpool Football Club because they know that FSG are the wrong owners and FSG is trying to make use of them as the gateway into the China market. And that's pointless because the Chinese are not ignorant as well. They know we have no ambition.
Yeah.
Well, this is it, you know.
Is there anything like that we can say about Liverpool Football Club? Just gets worse.
Well, I'm going to ask Brian this because I don't think I've asked him. Brian, do you know, say we've got McAllister, right?
Yes.
Who would you like to win? And, just two more midfielders.
And
Two new ones, by the way.
Say okay, two new ones. Well, I would have loved to have seen either Chouameni or Amrabat come. I think of the names being bandied about, I would say I know Kone's hurt, but say Kone and Thuram, or this Hungarian guy sounds promising, but his injury kind of scares me.
Can I ask you, Brian?
Sure.
My dad just says it's hypothetical, isn't it? And he's just says anyone.
Yeah.
But are you still looking low at like realistic there? Because as I said, I'd like Mbappe. Liverpool.
Oh, I'd love
and how high that they are of a profile club. And James touched on it before. FSG are just totally undermining the respect and the magnitude of the club. We should be going in for Mbappe, if we get gazumped or whatever, but our name should be there and we should be negotiating. It's renowned that his mum loves Liverpool, if that's just a rumour or whatever. But, I'd go, yeah, let's get Mbappe.
Well,
let's go for
I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to, but I'm afraid
there's something else, Liverpool fans, myself included, Francine, I think the lot of you, you'd have loved Declan Rice to come in. We would have done. We would have wanted Chouameni, as you mentioned, Brian, Chouameni. And people were saying now, and so all these players who are going to different teams, now we're looking at, Lavia from Southampton.
Yeah.
And he's he's only 19. He's only the same age as
Bellingham. Yeah.
We need players, up and running. The likes of McAllister, the likes of Casigo, the likes of Rice, even Maddison. No, Maddison's gone somewhere else, hasn't he? Even to be an idea for Liverpool.
I mean,
Spurs, right?
FSG have planted the seeds, haven't they? Saying, they won't buy players over 24 years of age. So when you see anyone 25 and over, you're like, oh, well, it's not FSG's remit, really, is it? So you can't even go. They say like they're at the peak from 27, 28. So why can't we go for 25-year-old players?
Right.
But they've said, no, we don't. And then we buy these other players, all these kids, and they never make it into the Liverpool squads anyway. They're sold by the time they're 21.
They're looking for numbers. They're just looking to fill numbers in the squad.
Tearful.
Again, there's no ambition, or they're inhibitors to keep us from winning the league. Okay, let's go fill it with these bodies. Okay, this person. Oh, look at the injury record. Okay, missed how many games here? Oh yeah, let's keep him because that's insurance from winning the league.
I think the biggest turn
and thin squads. Yeah,
I think the biggest turn of fans, there was a divide in fans, but I think the biggest turn is the 2-year wait for Bellingham and Bellingham going. I think it was, we're not buying because we're going to save up. And I think that has just turned the screw just that bit tighter because it's like, oh, okay. So you were just lying to us.
Oh, yeah. That was pure fraudulence. That was fraudulence from the very start.
Exactly.
They let us on. That was nothing short of fraudulence.
And it shows you what our owners are, doesn't it, really? You see the true colours then.
Yeah.
Well, I said at the time, Francine's just said, we'll wait a couple of seasons. I said to Francine, I said to loads, we cannot wait another 2 seasons for the 18-year-old who'd be 19 years of age. I said, we can't wait that long. The legs are going now. And looks
We are not
like-
waiting. We are selling them off.
Just selling them off.
Selling them off and sending them out on loan.
Yeah.
The first thing Jurgen Klopp said when he came to Liverpool Football Club was, he said, I do not see why we have to send players out on loan when we can loan them to ourselves and we can give them the experience, because we want them to play the same football model that we are encouraging in a club.
Yeah.
2 months later, that was out the window.
Charlie would
The
say
same
is
thing
the
that has
first thing FSG,
Yeah.
the first thing FSG, the first thing that FSG did was to sell Pepe Reina because he cost too much for a keeper.
Mhm.
I'd go along with that, actually.
Yeah.
I'd go along with that. I really would. And let's just have a look at this, madam. Do you not want to sell Liverpool? We salute fortunes that the fight. What's that? The Facing is that?
Yeah.
The fight. The siphon. The siphon fortunes that they siphon out the club before we see it. Hence the sell to buy policy. Another good point. Another very good point. And Brian says, Brian Edley, I'd play Diaz in the Coutinho role, Salah and Gakpo on the wings, Jota or Nunes down the throat.
Yeah.
That's a good one. We've all become Jurgen Klopps now. We've all become Jurgen Klopps. That's brilliant. That's absolutely. And, when Valverde and would be a gamble as well, because that's what we said to him, because he's only potential, isn't he?
And he's played in the French league.
Yeah. And Valverde says, and Barella.
Do you
That's
think?
what we'd like.
Do you think the thing with Thuram now is because of this?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you only have to look at Cruyff's son, when he played
Georgie,
when he played for United.
And everybody was saying, everybody. He played for Alaves, didn't he? He scored, I think, because of the final. Georgie. Georgie.
Yeah, you're right. It's potential. I mean, at least we're looking for players with potential now. I mean, I think he'd do well under Klopp. Kept from Thuram.
But
he has a freakish size and agility.
It's like when we bought Gakpo and we were on that terrible run, and we bought this poor young lad, and he wasn't going to be a miracle worker. And and then everyone was like on his back, weren't they, going, "Oh, he's crapping," and everything. And I think that's unfair. You need, if you want to buy potential and like a marquee signing, as they say, or and let him have that breathing space to come in, but not like what he done to. He was getting crucified, that lad, and he did come good.
But look what he had to work with, though. I mean, what did he have around him?
He quit in the January.
Yeah, well, he should have been a summer buy. But yeah, he came in January. But look, okay, 4 players were injured up front, so it was just him. And Nunez, who when he wasn't hurt, there's no midfield support except for Badger when he played for a bit.
No
midfield. It's a new league, new system. What could he do?
I think what they done with him was absolutely diabolical. He's a young kid, coming from a new league, and through all this potential on him, and we were going through a really bad, and that disgusted me last season. That about. We bought no one that season. We were crying out for midfielders, It really disgusted me, that.
Well, Charlie Wood says, what happened to the Champions League money? And that's a question he asked. What happened to it? Even second makes millions.
Well, we've got record TV rights and everything, didn't we?
And even even Nike threw millions in, didn't they?
Oh, Nike,
and millions
the league,
standard
Champions League runner-up. Yeah.
Everything.
You went
TV
to
rights,
Pittsburgh.
Francis, sponsorship.
He went to the Penguins.
It's just absolutely.
The stadium expansion.
Oh, well, yeah. Tiger Woods. No, the Penguins inside. Oh, it's just.
Oh, Redmond TV. Oh, Gareth. I'm sorry. Go
ahead. FSG puppets on the Redmond TV. Yeah, we're not going for the Bellingham.
No, I think there needs to be legislation. There has to be some sort of intervention on a government level. Jeremy Corbyn said it very clearly before, and I like him very much. There should be legislation about filtering off owners like this, like FSG, and keeping them away from football. I think that has to take place, because there are countries that do it, and they do it successfully.
Yeah.
Well, Henry is trying to get a limit, isn't he? Put on it. Oh God, I'm off this shot. He's trying to get a thing put out. He's like one of the founder members to put a limit on spending from all the other teams.
He's been whining about Manchester City since he came in.
Yeah.
He wants the entire world to revolve around him. We are spending more. We are putting in more effort, complaining and criticizing Manchester City and how much other owners are investing in their clubs. And that's not right. That has never been the Liverpool way.
Translation, it's making us look bad.
That's right. 100%.
As whiners.
Yeah. No, you're right. Absolutely right. It's just, it's the way it is. It's the way it is with LFC at the moment, the owners, and that's, we can't get our heads around it. And one of the lads last week on the comment, he put a comment on. I've always asked him to come on. I said, come on the show. Anyway, people have been, I'm not going to mention it because Brian knows him. And he criticised us for podcasting. What can you do until the season starts? And I thought, what's the point of making a stupid comment like that? What's the point until the season starts? And that's the way some fans are, unfortunately.
Yeah. Wait, let's wait. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, wait. And that's it. Wait.
Yeah.
It's pathetic. And that's sad. And as Brian Edley says, the rest of England have finally got their wish. The two Reds from the northwest are getting pushed into the corner and out of the way after 50 years, and both stupid owners don't care. But I don't know
about Man United.
No,
they've always invested. It was the people that they brought in, wasn't it, after Alex Ferguson? They couldn't do it, and I think there was a culture at United with the stance of Alex Ferguson, and I think David Moyes was a scapegoat. I don't think any of the team listened to him. They just thought, who are you? You're not Sir Alex. And then they brought in Van Gaal, and then he tried to disseminate it all and tried to bring in his own rules. And
Van Gaal was a great manager.
Yeah, no, he's still alive. But what I think is, when you've got a culture, it happens at Liverpool with the Spice Boys. When you have a culture within a club and you don't break that culture up, no one's going to break that through. And I think it's only now because it's been disseminated that many times and players have retired, that you can rebuild, and all these billions that they're pumping in will see like some fluidity.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's me verdict. I'll be on
Liverpool,
NUTV.
Liverpool Football Club is just too big. It's just too big for FSG.
Oh, it
They are
is.
just too
Yeah,
big.
of course.
They're investing in too many sports franchises. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Too many of them. There are too many of them. I know I'm going to be controversial here, but the Arabs, they just love football. They love it.
Yeah.
No more American owners, please. I don't care who they sell. No more
That's
Americans.
why they're making their own leagues. That's what making their... Yeah, but the Americans, they've got their own sport. Let's be honest, they've got their own sports, from basketball to football to even golf. Even golf, they love golf, the Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the sports in America, they lack an international fan base, Frank. They don't have an international appeal. That's the first thing. And the second thing is the strength of the British pound appeals to them. Or having British assets serve as insurance for American owners.
Yes.
Well, it was when they brought in our kit was made by Warrior Sports,
right?
It's like, and it said the slogan was "We come not to play," and we literally do come not to play nowadays, and we did then as well.
That was the stupidest slogan I've
ever.
We come not to play.
Yeah, but we
come not to play.
So, Warrior Sports, is that big in America?
What, soccer? No, well, it's big in football's big in pockets. St. Louis, like in the Midwest, St. Louis, Kansas City area. It's huge in Florida. It's huge here in the Pacific Northwest. The sport. California, yeah, to an extent, yes, it's large there. So it's mostly the metroplexes, throughout the country. But otherwise, overall, people could take or leave.
Yeah, well,
can I ask you this?
Sure.
And it's what Gareth Williams says, and this is what the whole of the team, the whole of the fan base, the whole of everything is wishing for. I like Gakpo. The team won't function consistently until midfield is sorted. And that's the old top and bottom of every single podcast that goes out. And all as we've been talking about is, since I've started this podcast, is midfield being done.
They could have put Trent Alexander-Arnold in midfield, but they wouldn't do that.
Well, that's sort of Klopp's call, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's like what Charlie would say. His potential is for the under-23s not to throw them in at the deep end.
Right.
And that's
unless
how
you have some...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I jumped in. Yeah, I mean, unless you have one or two things, unless you have a ready-made squad around him to protect him, or this 19-year-old is absolutely just world class, a world beater, and then flat out just as world class or the future written all, the franchise written all over him. But Badger, he'll get some playing time, but I hope they're not trying to build the midfield around him and say, okay, well, he's just like a new signing. He's recovered. He's ready to play. That'd be the worst thing they could do for him. Just throw him into the wolves again like that and say, okay, here, we're putting our future on your shoulders. Go ahead and go win the league or go win some games or whatever. Get us top 4. No, that'd be the worst thing.
What's your thoughts on Klopp then? Because Klopp, to me, loves football, loves Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
But the way we discuss it, we're dismissive of the the manager, and really, as
The
we're
manager-
speaking,
the
and if
manager-
owners are truly like it.
The manager has been dismissive of the fans. What about that?
So do you think there's now
We have
a
given him our
turning
backing.
on Klopp?
No, sorry, you cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dismissed the fans.
Fans think that fans think that Klopp can do another medical job.
Precisely.
The medical job,
Okay.
because there was no one really to challenge Man City, and he did a job at the right time to Jürgen, and we were the only ones who could challenge Manchester City.
Right.
Now you look, and there's a few, new owners coming in. The likes of
Americans as well.
the likes of Newcastle, for example.
Apart from that.
Right, Newcastle, and I've mentioned this for a couple of weeks. Where were they in the last few years? And all of a sudden, because they have new owners this season, there's Liverpool. They just took over.
Yeah. It won't get easier. It will not get easier. Mm-hmm. And it's nothing to do with financial fair play. Again, it's, as you mentioned before, the Saudis, the Arabs love football. There's a passion for football there that the American owners just don't have. It's just, again, it's another asset in their financial, notch on their financial bedpost. It's just, something to have. It's another plaything. Newcastle has money now. United will have money soon, or whatever's going to happen. Exception.
And we had remember, Brian, we had money rejected. We had offers coming in from the Arabs for us.
Yeah.
And they were rejected by FSG.
Oh yeah, because the spirit of FSG are those clowns. So they say, well, we don't want oil money. Like what?
Right.
Yeah, we do. We want oil money. Yes, please. We'll take it. Yeah. No, I know. But anyway, yeah.
Well, that's the way it's
nothing
going
easier
now,
in the market.
No matter what.
Mm-hmm. Well, go on.
Yeah, well, the thing is that many people, that much oil is going to saturate the market that we're going to slip into like the nethery.
Okay, slide away. Give me some trophies.
So what, you want to be the only one that's left out?
No. I'm saying slide away. Give me a trophy.
Exactly.
Let me worry about balancing the slick. Just keep the trophies coming.
Yeah, look at that Gareth Williams. He's talking about the slogan, come not to play.
Come not to pay, yeah.
Oh, please don't tell me about Arab money and what they are and, criticizing the Arabs, because bits and pieces of the United Kingdom have been sold away to foreign investors and foreign ownership.
Right? Thank you.
Okay, so that has started happening a long time ago. So stop this hypocrisy with, we do not want Arab money. Cut BS.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like it was in the 70s too. Oh, what's those Arab oil money? Oh, you see that new Rolls Royce? Okay, yeah. It's bad. Yeah. Come on.
I mean, look at all the British. Look at all the British banks,
right?
And who their shareholders are.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's all 100% British owned now?
Yeah. You're right.
No.
Yeah. It's
no.
Oh yeah, oil money's okay, but
right.
But sex trafficking money allegedly is not okay.
Oil money's okay when it's filling your car.
Oh what? Oh, you froze. Sorry.
Socialist city, which we are, by the way. Socialist city. And we don't want any regimes coming by clubs with blood on their hands and human rights. And
right, yeah.
And I've always said the human rights. Do you want to look at America?
Really? Human rights. Wow.
Everything's going on now with black people and in the whole of the country.
Oh, so yeah.
Then you've got the bombing of Vietnam and Iraq and Syria and taking out leaders, the likes of Saddam Hussein and the likes of
Gaddafi.
Gaddafi. And
Gaddafi,
was painful. He was a great man to his people, but unfortunately, with all the propaganda,
the ones that are selling off.
We don't want.
Yeah.
The ones that are selling off British assets are the British businessmen themselves. If you had a British business billionaire who comes in and he wants to own Liverpool Football Club and invest, and he's a football lover, I'll say give him first choice.
Yeah.
But how many of them are there? They want to sell. All they want to do is sell their clubs. So don't blame anyone about Arab money. Blame the British.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. Who's selling off all these assets?
Who's making them rich?
Yeah.
Well, what you've got, I'll go back to when I was at the club, and he said, David Moore said, I've got to. He was a like our Liverpool supporter. He loved it. The Kenny Dalglish. He had the Anfield Road end refurbished. He was still buying players. This is why we were so successful, right? And he said, compete. I haven't got the money to compete. And that's why he sold I can't compete with these people. Why? Yes, as Nixon's elect, instead of to DIC, he was sorry he did. He was so sorry he did, and he apologised to the Liverpool fans. But I just want to, Lee Brady says, yeah, it's reported that FSG are under financial restrictions this summer. Why they were not under financial restrictions when they wanted to buy players for their Red Sox team? They are getting on my nerves now. Maybe getting McAllister wasn't just good work by LFC after all. Maybe we are just going for good players that are cheap. Time will tell, I suppose. I think that's a great comment, Dan. I really do. That's a very good. Mark says, this is his wish list. McAllister, Kefren Turan, Dominic M as well.
Zabosley.
And Inacio.
Zabosley.
Yeah.
Zabosley.
Dominic Kingy.
Okay.
Dominic Kingy. And Inacio. So that's who he wants. That's his ideal midfield. And no, you're not going to get those. You might get.
You got McAllister.
You might get Dominic. No, that's his ideal game. But you won't get like Kefren Turan. Again, I have to say it has potential. I'd rather have Casido over him. I really would.
Well, he's proven. He's proven, isn't he?
And he's young.
And he's, he's played with McAllister at Brighton, so they know each other's game.
Yeah.
But we won't get anyone. Let's just say, and then at the end of the season, at the end of the window before the season starts, I'll come on and let's see where we go. This will be Francine's Frank Carlyle show, part 1, and then part 2, the close of the window and see who we've bought.
Oh, exactly.
But hey, James, I'll go to you on this, finally. James,
yes.
Do you really think that we will get another 2 midfielders in, and we need another 2 midfielders? Do you think we'll get them in?
Yeah, I think we'll get 1 or 2 midfielders in. I think that's I don't have any doubts about that. But the question is, will it make a difference? And who are we getting? So we are going to get the bottom of the pile players. Rafa Benitez used to call them the B or C list players, not the A list players. So, but the question again is, for me, sorry to say, it's not about who we buy or, I'm sure we're going to get 2 more players. And I'm also sure that it's not going to make a difference. This whole thing is a cycle. It's going to keep happening again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be excuses. It's like having another set of politics in the country. You're going to hear FSG using equivocation to buy time. They are going to try all sorts of ways to buy time and fester speculations about, we can buy Mbappe and we can buy so-and-so. But at the end of the day, you've got to put your foot down and say, look, I don't care who you buy. And just vamos. And we want proper owners who love and appreciate football and who will honor the Liverpool badge.
Yeah, they embarrass it at every turn.
Yeah.
This club.
Yeah.
Especially it's the whole window thing. We can compete with anyone. And then, like I mentioned, the excuses. They can't play that. They can't play that card again. We're for sale.
Right.
And excuse it out of the window. And then again, when we're looking for a show of ambition, the player available, all of a sudden, I can't afford him. We're not buying him. Or you come in.
They'll even buy a central midfielder.
Yeah,
they'll buy a central. I have no doubt about that. They'll buy one, but bottom of the pile, Exactly. And Klopp will again say, he's good. I've seen him. I've seen how he plays. He's got the qualities we need. Mm-hmm. We need the right players at the right time in the right occasion. I mean, we need the right players at the right time, the right occasion, the right fit. How has that fared out for us in the past 2-3 seasons?
Yeah.
Are you saying that we did not need players?
Yeah. Okay. Is Klopp defining right, air quote, or is it the DOF, or is it the board, or who's defining right? That's my question. I mean, exactly. You have a club like Real Madrid. Okay, if we're going in for Valverde, you better get that the bid right the first damn time. Okay, they want this much. Right. Okay, done.
Right.
They're not going to play till silly games. Okay, well, we'll offer you 20 million below, and we want installments. Like, move along. Okay, you're not ready for the big boys. Keep going. Go back to the beer leagues. Go back to whatever. I mean, it's embarrassing, and we call ourselves a big club, and he can go. And again, they want to go into this European Super League with this operation. Not a chance. No, that would be, talk about the embarrassment or the death knell of the club.
They want a fixed up league where everything is fixed so that they get revenue without having to put in any effort, without investing.
The NFL.
Mm-hmm. That's what they want.
Yeah, they want revenue sharing. Yeah, and they want, the least the least amount of effort into the club without upsetting the fans.
Right. WWF wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what, again, I'll bring up these flying monkeys. Yes, you too. Redmond TV, you were in on the heist as well. You just don't like your cut. So they're in on trying to quell the concerns of fans or whatever. They went along and carrying water, and now all of a sudden they're upset. Oh well, too bad. How sad. No, if you should have been advocating for us in the first place as fans. I don't know. I'm just sick of it all. I'm just so sick of them.
Yeah, me too, Brian.
Absolutely just sick and disgusted with them.
Very much so.
Oh wait, but we're not being positive. Okay, I am absolutely positive. I am sick and tired of them, and I can't wait till they sell the club. Yeah. Anyway,
where's the loyalty to Liverpool history?
Yeah. Exactly.
Where's the loyalty to the Scouse culture? Mm-hmm. Where's the loyalty to the people who built this history? Mm-hmm. There's no loyalty there, but all of a sudden with FSG it's loyalty to the club, and we trust in Klopp. It's all these things, and they've stopped suddenly. All these words, you see them not being used as often anymore.
Mm-hmm. Here, I'll go ahead and say it then. Thatcher could have run this club and got the same result. Put it that way.
Yep, I agree.
I don't know.
Frank, you fell asleep, Frank.
Yeah, Frank. Oh, Francine. Oh, it must have been Francine's son again.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so we're talking Liverpool football. Okay. Well, okay. Something positive. At least we're looking at midfield or discussing midfield. But Gavardio, how do you let Gavardio go? The guy's like a lifelong Liverpool
Have you
fan,
been on
dying
all
to join.
this time?
Yeah, we've been talking.
Yeah.
I was just saying, you know what? Thatcher could have run this club and got the same result as FSG.
Yep.
You know, as much passion too. But anyway, oh, you froze again. And we're having little internet troubles here. You have forest fires over there in in Liverpool? Atmosphere, is that what it is?
Oh, we are facing it here, Brian.
No.
Oh, you are? Okay.
We are expecting forest fires in neighboring countries to start in 1 or 2 months away from now. And we have this issue every year and it's going to be the worst this year with the haze. It's going to be very hazy. It's going to cause breathing problems. So we have actually been advised by the government to buy air purifiers and to stock up on masks again. Mm-hmm. And it's not just about forest fires, but we have farmers in neighboring countries who are just burning down their farms. They call it land clearing.
Now? Really?
Yeah. Land clearing in neighboring countries. They are burning down their trees and, whatever land they own to plant seeds again and to regrow new vegetation. To
fertilize the soil, with the ash. And oh, wow. Couldn't find a worse time to do that, could they? Yeah, it's and it's going to start in maybe by August. We face that all the time, but this year is going to be terrible. Yeah. It's on red alert. We are on red alert. Oh, great. Oh, yeah. Well, be careful out there. We're having that here in the U.S. And now, you start off in, the Canadian forest fires. And it was pretty bad in New York earlier this month or late last month or early this month. And now it's in the Midwest over Wisconsin and Illinois, in Chicago, Milwaukee, that area. They're like hazardous air warnings. I think it's like 158 on whatever scale it is. Yeah. So that, and we're getting some of that, blowing this way. So, but our season starts around late July, early August. That's when we get the fires. So during the summer holidays. Yes. Okay. Fun times. Well, hope you're okay there, Brian.
Yeah,
you too.
I had to go on the roof, to fix the aerial.
Oh, okay.
No, it didn't.
No. I guess I'd say okay. Yeah. Well, I heard if you put aluminum foil flags, that's reception. Almost semaphore.
Do you remember when the telly used to go all funny and it go off and you have to get out and fix the area, get the fan.
Right.
The atmosphere here, atmospheric conditions here is shocking, to be honest, and that's why we went off, unfortunately. And Gareth Williams says Redmen TV would still back FSG if we had just McAllister.
I don't think they would,
I don't know, Francine. They really love him.
They'll do what they're told.
Well, I just want to tell you that currently on Twitter, FSG House is trending and John Henry, because I don't know, have you got Klarna over in Singapore where you're paying $3? So over here there's a business, right, and you can buy things but you're paying installments and it's over 3 months.
We do have that, yes.
Yeah, so Klarna, the company, I've done a tweet going, John Henry, you can still DM us for any deal. So it's now trending on Twitter.
Oh, nice.
It's like the Joe Biden scandal, isn't it? A month of Biden.
Use your credit card, John Henry.
Right.
I'm
here sitting here with me dad. You know, when all this billions from Ukraine was coming in 2014 or whenever it was.
Right.
Absolutely ridiculous. Chinese and everybody.
But anyway,
No.
but yeah, so FSG out trending and John Henry, because John now is for by Klarna.
I love it. They call me up, John Henry.
Lads, I'm not going to stop it now. If you don't mind, it's just a big thank you to everyone tonight, to you, James, all the way over there, and you, Brian, all the way over there in CRC, and the people who have joined in. And I'll see you all on Tuesday with another podcast, and hopefully James and you, Brian, next Thursday. It'll be on next Thursday, that fella.
Yeah, I think so, Joe.
Yeah.
And hopefully 2 more.
2 more signings.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, by then, yeah, we'll hear something just to keep the fans' adrenaline going, you know. I mean, no, it won't change my opinion, but, you know, so at least you get some people, as Brian said, flying monkeys, you keep them happy. And
Yeah. So,
but Brian, it's been great seeing you again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, likewise, James. Yeah,
Yeah,
good to
you
hear
know,
you. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, you know, and thank you, Frank and Francine, for having me this week on Thursday again. You know.
Oh, great! It's been great. I hope to see you next week, James.
Yes,
and
of
Brian,
course. Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
it's better for you on Thursday. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon, boys.
Bye.
How
Bye,
I agree.
everyone.
Where are we?
I don't know.